It's Lexi's birthday!
I'm releasing so much. Guys, we are packing it up. Packing things up. Got the vibes going. Frat flick. Christmas tree still up and gonna be packed away. We have this entire patio to legit get rid of here. Like, insane. We gotta get rid of all of this. I'm literally right now completely detoxing my closet, and I'm gonna I'm separating everything. Like, it is so much chaos, but it's good chaos because we're moving. It feels like I'm literally shutting off layers, and I'm so excited to just be untethered to anything. This apartment has served me so well. I moved in here when I was 22 and I turned 28 in a few weeks, which is crazy. I'm about to enter my Saturn return, and I feel like we're starting the Saturn return off in a good way. Just getting rid of everything, shedding, creating space for what's meant to be called in. So I'm here for it. Follow along and subscribe for more of the journey and the behind the scenes, moving to DR, and what else comes about. But my mom leaves this Thursday, so we're going to literally do the most that we can. And you know, when we are doing things for the apartment, you need a little drinky drink. So I'm gonna go to grab a matcha, but just wanted to show you guys because this vlog is gonna be very chopped up between weeks and days, and I'm just gonna be getting a bunch of clips to compile between now and when I actually leave and move. But yeah, we're doing the damn thing. There's so much to go. Like, literally I have to sell this dresser. So much shit. Like, there's just so much shit. Like, say hi, Mom.
Hi!
Oh, it's not even on you. Hold on.
Oh.
Now say hi.
Hi!
Yay. How are you feeling about me moving?
Better. I feel like we're cleansing, we're opening up for new things to happen, so I'm excited.
Yeah. So she's been super helpful with everything, and very, very grateful because honestly, doing this all by myself, I would have crashed the fuck out. So. Yep.
You have an energy shift?
Things are cleansing, everyone. Good morning, guys. So we have our little coffee. It's cold as hell in Florida, and my mom leaves tomorrow, but also Crystal flies in, so super exciting for that. Definitely gonna vlog. So we're going to get as much done as possible before my mom leaves because I have this whole apartment that I need to basically get unpacked. So that's what we're gonna focus on today. Cut the show. Just think about how much money is in that bag and how much money you waste a year on supplements, trying to fast track your progress, and when that money could literally be invested in working with a coach that you align with that is an expert in their field and can help get you the results that you want. It's just humans, I am not living this overconsumption culture anymore. And so moving literally feels like a cleansing experience right now. Things are slowly starting to clear up, and I'm just like, I feel like one, the energy is just getting clearer, but also like I have such a beautiful apartment, but it's just crazy what like clutter that builds up, and it's just crazy. But I'm feeling lighter and lighter by the second. Goodbye. We are going to throw all this stuff out. It has been a long day. And what's good is that we just got like a bulk of all this clutter. We're just gonna get it out. And then I still have like about a month till I leave. So that's that. Guys, I look crazy, but my mom is officially gone. And I just left, yeah, like hello. And we are by myself in this apartment, all by my lonesome. And obviously I'm posting this after I'm already in DR, because y'all not gonna get me. You're not gonna get me. But how does it feel? I was a little nervous being in the apartment all alone. Mainly because like of boredom. I'm a very social person. But honestly, it hasn't been too bad. It's literally day one though, so I'll keep you updated. There's still like a lot to do, but I am gonna be hiring a family friend of ours that, you know, ooh, look at my acne, it's fine. A family friend of ours that she has a company that will be able to take things out and all of that. But until then, it's just gonna be about routine. I think the biggest thing with a lot of us women is that when life is crazy, life is hectic, it's very easy to kind of have really good intentions to stay on track, but then, you know, one day turns into the next, and all of a sudden you just find yourself like not finding like a good footing. And so for me, because I'm in the middle of this move and I'm still running a business and I still have to take remote, like there's still a lot of moving parts. For me, my routines, my habits are my anchors. They're my non-negotiables because it allows me to take care of myself while I'm navigating so much transition and have a lot less time on my hands. So I know we can stress about time and just feeling like we don't have enough time in the day. But for me, it's just really about less is more. Less is more, and really focusing on what are the low hanging fruit? What are the highest leverage, right, tasks that I can do? That's gonna be sleep, that's gonna be meal prep, it's gonna be making time for the gym. Movement and steps is really important to me. I do live in Florida, so, you know, getting in my steps, really, really important to me. It's a non-negotiable. So making those core things, and mind you, I've been doing this for years, so that's not overwhelming for me. For someone who's just starting off, that might feel overwhelming. I would just choose, you know, like 2 to 3 things at a time, and then just focus on that. And that's the goal. So we're just here alone. But we'll be in DR, pack up everything, and on to our next adventure. And I'm taking you guys along with me. So when life is super hectic and busy and you're in a transitional period, the gym, for me at least, becomes a place where I get to just let it all go. And I'm so happy that I have made that mental shift. Now, let's get into the training routine. I missed making these. Anyway, if y'all are not doing proper dynamic warm-ups before your lift, LOL, SOS, what are you doing and why? Okay. There's a difference between dynamic warm-ups and stretches and static warm-ups and stretches. Do not make the mistake that I used to make. I used to do static stretching before my lift, which is basically stretches where you're holding for 30 seconds or more. Which that is for after your lift. Okay. Before your lift, you want dynamic stretches, ones that you are moving throughout the movement and just opening up your joints, getting everything nice and limber before you get into your lift. Okay. Going on cardio is not enough. You need to be doing dynamic stretches. Anyway, first lift of today was barbell squats. Love-hate relationship with these. I literally feel like as I start to get stronger in these, I start to hate them. But then I miss them the second they're outside of my programming. Same thing with hip thrusts. RDLs and Bulgarians, I'll literally keep forever. But anyway, one of the main things that I'm looking for here is one, that we are getting below parallel, okay? So you don't necessarily need to like go below parallel, but that does mean that you're getting full range of motion. It also means that you have good mobility. So that is something that I'm looking for, and we're doing exactly that. Another thing I'm looking at is the bar path. So you see the barbell is literally going straight up and down, beautifully up and down. It's not squiggling from side to side. It's not getting messy, right? Like I'm really keeping that in there. And then I'm tracking my lifts. So many of you ladies, I know because I've been there, you track your lifts sometimes, you don't track them sometimes, you track some lifts, you don't track others, you get a logbook, then you use it, then you don't. If you actually want to see progress in your lifts, in your body composition, and your strength, you need to be intentional, okay? You need to be intentional with your reps. You need to be intentional with your lifts. You need to be intentional with your training. And a big part of that is tracking your weights. Now, getting into my second set, this is my first acclimation set. So as you can see, like I'm not even at my working sets yet, okay? This is another thing that I wish I knew earlier was when your programming says 3 sets, it's not literally 3 sets. It's 3 working sets, which is why when you go to training programming that says 2 sets and you're like, what the fuck? It's so easy. No. That's 2 working sets. So now this set you see right here is my first working set. With most compound lifts, you're going to be doing 1 warm-up set and 1 to 2 acclimation sets to actually get into your working sets. Even if you're just doing a few reps just to get it in, that is how it is. So this is my first working set, and look how nice and smooth. I love it. It's so satisfying to watch. And as you can see, I'm really, really pushing through these last reps. Then we got into, after this was done, glute drive, which I am a big fan of. 1, because I don't need to set it up. I know for a lot of women, they're like, I feel it in my quads, or it feels awkward. And I find it's because you need to be driving through the tripod of your foot instead of thinking to push through your hips. Okay. I learned this from Aldo from Iron University when I used to train with him. If you don't know him, look him up. And he's just like a fucking training genius. And this makes all the difference in your mind muscle connection. Now, again, what set do you think this was? This was my first working set. So as you can see, if this is my first working set, then you can imagine how hard I'm training for my second and third working set or my top set. Okay. If we want to grow, ladies, you have to actually be sending the signal to your body to grow. And that's not going to happen just by ego lifting and going heavy for the sake of going heavy, or having progressive overload blindness is what I call it. And it's also not going to happen by being a pussy and being too scared to go up in weight. Okay. So this is how we drive intensity. This is how we train close to muscular failure. And unfortunately, I did not get any other footage after this. I know I suck, but hopefully this is good for you guys to get at least some value from this. I just left the gym, and it's so funny, the contrast between going and leaving. But I figured it would be nice to show you guys Sometimes, and this is why I feel like exercise is so important, especially weight training, yoga, because you don't realize how much stored emotions you just have like in your body that aren't being expressed, that are just stored. And through the lifting, I just felt like emotions and emotions coming up, and I even cried a little bit. Doesn't mean that I'm sad, doesn't mean that anything's wrong, but I do think it's so interesting and powerful at the same time, the medicine of movement, the medicine of nutrition, the medicine of rest, the medicine of challenge. There's so much medicine in the things that we do when we do them from that place of love. Which is interesting. But we're gonna go home now, make a nice dinner, clean, and do something for myself. Maybe edit some content, maybe watch Love Island, maybe play Sims, I don't know. It's just something to give back to myself. And this is the life of the single gal. So I don't mean to ugly cry, but this is my fucking YouTube, and this is my fucking life, and I'm gonna document it, because one day I'm gonna look back, I'm gonna be like, oh my God, what a time. And I know I'm gonna be so happy in DR with my family, with my roots, with my people, creating content, bringing you guys along this journey, helping you guys manifest and create your dream lives, knowing that it's not all just happy joy, it's this. And if you're too scared to move through it, you'll never have the life you want. You'll always have a life of just okay, just enough, fine. But I also feel when you're meant for more, your body doesn't let you settle for that. So, here's to new chapters. Here's to hard decisions. Here's to hard conversations. Here's to holding yourself through it all with the support of God, your spirit guides, the universe, and living a life worth living. Bye. What's the play? What's the play? Well, it's my golden birthday. So, you know it's gonna be a good one. I mean, every birthday of mine is a good one, okay? But the play. Glow the fuck up. We need to get the nails done. We need to get the toes done. We're getting the hair blown out, even though we love the curls. I'm gonna do it. Oh fuck, I forgot to do like my overnight face mask, but it's fine. And we're going to have a fun good old time tonight. So that's the plan. We're going to the Hard Rock. So we're just gonna go to little bars, lounges, have a little dirty martini, and take a lot of pictures. But 28th to 28th, I've lived 28 years. That's crazy. That's cool. super dope. Before the glow up, we need to hit the gym. Okay, so we're gonna go do some cardio, but first things first, protein shake. Hello.
Maybe a dub, maybe
What do you think the content looks cute? It's Lexi's birthday! 28 on the 28th.
You know what that means.
Shut up,
go, really need to go, man, I need.
Maui wowie.
Excuse me,
Rude.
Maui wowie, I smoke that Maui wowie. I need Maui wowie, I smoke that Maui wowie. I know. You really need to go, really need to go, man. Money.
get that money, Lexi!
Money.
Recording, I think. Oh! Cutie pie! Up in the flags, up in the flags, I wanna fly. Get us, Sophie! Summer cup! Wait, picture? How do I do it? It's already recorded. Love you! Love you! Have fun this year! Here! Happy birthday, Lex!
Okay, y'all, it is the week or the day, few days after my birthday weekend. It's March 2nd. My birthday was February 28th. I literally had the best time. It couldn't have been a more perfect send-off. And I'm so grateful. And I'm filming a whole podcast because if y'all want to die of laughter, but then also hear how perfectly aligned, just like God and the universe just makes things, you gotta listen in, and you can listen in the show notes below. I'll probably upload it here anyway. I'm actually moving this week to the Dominican Republic, and it's crazy. I feel like time has flown like that. I feel like, you know, especially the timing of everything is just crazy. Like, it's actually crazy, and I think it's so beautiful because, you know, when the timing of things are so crazily, perfectly, divinely timed, that it's like you had to allow the crumble to happen in order to then see and surrender and see the ways that God and the universe works in your favor, and how everything really is happening for your highest good. Obviously, we have free will, but anyway, the fact that, you know, it was my birthday, it was my golden birthday, so I turned 28 on the 28th, and then Dominican Independence Day was literally the day before my birthday and a week before I go to DR, and then I have my birthday, have the best time, amazing blessings are happening in my loved ones' lives, and seeing how it just aligns with like my timeline as well. And then this week it's like a vortex. Like, we're literally selling everything. So you can see this is the apartment right now. We're selling the table. We've got like this going on. We have a moving company getting rid of all that shit, but like, it's just crazy to see the apartment getting, you know, slowly like coming apart. It feels like every little thing I sell, and the more that the apartment clears, it's like 10 pounds being lifted off of my energy field, off of my back. And it just feels like I'm shedding. And that's really what this has been about. I mean, y'all have seen this vlog. Like, I'm shedding old timelines. I'm shedding business models that no longer align with me. I'm shedding, you know, exes and, you know, past relationships. And I'm shedding just belief systems and old identities and parts of me. And it's just crazy. I'm shedding this apartment that I've lived in that represents so much of, you know, who I've become and been in this place. And entering my Saturn return, which if you don't know what that is, look it up because I am about to explain it. but we only have 3 of those in your lifetime, and they last about 2.5 years, and they're very significant, and they're like almost like initiations into the next level of life, and moving abroad at that same time, and just everything that I've had, the decisions I've had to make, and the things that I've had to navigate. It's just like crazy but beautiful, and it really just confirms the saying, you can't connect the steps going 3 steps forward. You can only connect the dots and the steps going 3 steps backward, meaning you only are able to see how God is working in your life and how the universe is always in your favor when you're actually like forward, right? So anyway, guys, this week we move out, and then Friday we are driving to Orlando to spend time with my little sister who's up at college. I'm driving with my little brother, so it's gonna be like a nice little family time. And what a blessing that I get to see my sister as well before I go and spend time with my family. It's just so beautiful, and I am so excited. I hope that me sharing this journey for you and the behind the scenes inspires you to really start to tune in to what your intuition is saying. Not your emotions, but your intuition and your gut. And, you know, even if you feel like you don't even know what that sounds like, or you don't feel like you can really hear it that well, what you can do with your health, your wellness, with yourself in your routines and everything, to actually hear it more, so you can listen to how God is speaking in your life, and you know what those steps are looking like, and how your higher self wants to lead you. So anyway, y'all, I just wanted to give y'all an update, and here's to new beginnings. Guys, go out. We're leaving, bitches. Alrighty, I figured I would give you guys a little bit of an update. Hi, Ollie. While I finish up the rest of my packing. We're literally leaving in like 40 minutes, and I'm a little behind. So I don't think this is the best time to yap, but we're gonna do it anyway. How about that? So, guys, we're literally moving to DR. I know, it's just crazy, because the thing is, I know that I'm moving to DR, but I know I'm not just going to DR. Like Spain, my first solo trip to Spain was just the beginning. Moving to DR is just the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm single, I ain't got no kids, I ain't got no man. My future man I would love to travel with, but as of right now, we're just gonna have to enjoy our single life and travel and build, and I just want to see the world, and I just want to create, and I just want to serve, and I think that's just going to be the main thing. And as you guys could see from the clips within this vlog, like this, not me folding like my underwear on the vlog, I mean, this move, the decisions I've had to make, the intuitive hits, like these were not necessarily easy things to follow, to do, because I mean, I had to make some difficult decisions, right? Like, I'm shedding old identities, I'm shedding old relationships, like I'm shedding old timelines, I'm shedding old business models. And it's like, I think a lot of times when we talk about manifesting our dream life, our dream reality, you know, we just think that it's like us manifesting, like we're visualizing it, we're embodying the frequency of it. But you know, when it comes down to certain decisions that we know that we need to make that are going to get us on the other side of that, maybe, you know, intuitive hits, intuitive nudges, that inner whisper that lives within you to start that podcast, or move out of your city, or, you know, end the relationship that you're in. And I do believe that everybody kind of has their own timing. I need to hurry up here. But it's easier said than done to follow that, to follow that intuition, because sometimes that intuition is telling you basically to turn your life upside down, or basically to have everything crumble so something new and better can come through. And that is the power of co-creation with God, the divine source. The universe is getting very clear on what you want, and then through your intuitive nudges, you get the inspired action steps. And then it's up to you whether to follow that or not, because it's obviously easy to take certain intuitive nudges and hits when it's something easy, right? But when it's something that is, again, something like your relationship, maybe it's an entire business model or like pivot or like topic or type of coaching or whatever, or maybe, yeah, like a relationship, it's a career move, it's a, like those decisions, there's a level of like risk essentially involved, right? But that's the beauty of surrender. That's the beauty of, at least what I've learned through this, is that through just really following my gut, I have not only built, and the story's still unfolding, right? But like I have not only built so much, I feel like I quantum leaped in confidence and self-trust because I was able to make decisions and move through things that also weren't my decision, with a level of just surrender with the universe and God. Obviously, I feel like a lot of times I've just kind of been forced into that surrender. I don't know if y'all agree. Like, I definitely can be a control freak sometimes. I want to control like the outcome and want to have certainty, but it just ends up in the same spot. And I honestly feel like the more that I surrender in an area of life, like how I am right now, the more shit opens up. The best way I can explain it is like, I'm gonna talk, X-rated things right now, okay? But like, cause the only thing I can best explain it is like sex. You know, as a woman, like your body has to slowly open up like a flower. The more safe that your body feels, the more your body like surrenders and opens. It's the same thing with surrendering with God, with the divine, with the universe. I actually think it's a beautiful analogy because the womb, our vaginas, our pussycats, our cookies are literally sacred and divine portals, but that is a conversation for another day. So I'm essentially saying how I've surrendered is that feeling of just like open and just, you see the universe work so quickly, like it's like math. And you start to see the synchronicities. And I have a podcast that's coming out on all the crazy synchronicities from my 28th, my golden birthday, up until this point. And I'm going to try to remember, I got to write them down. And that's what I have for y'all. So I gotta hurry the fuck up now. I love you guys.